and welcome to my channel Cake. I'm your hostess Suzanne. Today we're going to make these super cute Mickey donut cookies. If you want to know how I made them and how you can make them too, just keep watching. Well, you guessed it. I teased this video a couple weeks ago when I got home from Disneyland. Oh my goodness, these Mickey donut cookies could not be cuter, and oh my goodness, they are so good. I'm so excited to share this with you guys today. While I was in Disneyland, I was in one of the stores, of course, in Main Street, and I came across this, and I was actually purchasing it along with my annual coffee mug that I get. And I shared with the gentleman, the cast member that checked me out, that I was gonna make myself some really cute Mickey cookies. He goes, well, this is not for cookies, this is for pancakes. So I was a little embarrassed because I've made millions of cookies in my day and should have known this is not a cookie cutter, it is silicone. So now we have some Mickey pancakes every once in a while. So I gracefully walked back to that wall and found the cookie cutter, so here we are. Thank you to my son Tanner and his wife Carly and their three beautiful children, Garrett, Bryson, and Kenley Sue. This was one of my Christmas gifts last year. I love it. Let's go ahead and get started on our Mickey donut cookies. Oh my goodness, so fun. With most sugar cookie recipes, maybe even all sugar cookie recipes, you have to make the dough the night before or at least 8 hours ahead of time. And when I make my dough, I always divide it up to about this size, was about 4 by 6 little portions. This is typically the amount you would use for one tray of cookies. One of my tricks that I found with sugar cookies is to keep it as cold as you can. So this allows me, and plus you can portion it out. You can make one tray of cookies tonight, and it also freezes really well. So I'll make about 5 or 6 of these depending on the batch of sugar cookies and put it in a freezer Ziploc baggie and stick them in the freezer. And whenever I want sugar cookies, I just pull out one of these or 2 of these, depending on however many I want, and put them in the refrigerator the night before and let them thaw out. So just thought I'd share that tip with you guys. And for this cookie, I'm going to go ahead and use this Dough Ease mat, and along with a couple of these guides over here. You don't have to have this. Actually, I don't usually use this when I'm making these cookies. I just use my countertop, but since I'm having to use my prep table today with my videoing, I'm going to go ahead and use this mat. This dough I have chosen for these cookies. I like this dough because this one actually fluffs up a little bit more than my standard cookie dough recipe that I use, so it looks more like the donut cookie. So we're going to go ahead and use that one today. And this dough just turns out to be really sticky, so I have to use a lot of flour, which I don't like. Go ahead and get my rolling pin here, get it nice and floured up, and move you aside and get it started here. And make sure you have plenty of flour in here so it doesn't stick. And this is when I added the guides. There's two different thicknesses, you guys. My kids love my sugar cookies because I make them really thin and I cook them until they're crunchy. So they grew up with this type of cookie. So this is the ones I use for, I call them my Christmas sugar cookies. But for today's donut Mickey cookies, we're going to use the fatter ones. You don't have to have this kit. You can just use rulers. Get 2 of them along the side here. Anything that's the right thickness that you want the dough. Or if you're really good at just rolling out your dough, just eyeball it. These guides help you make sure that you don't have one side of your cookie thinner than the other, and that will get burned or cooked faster. So that is why I like them. Go ahead and make sure my flour is under my cookie. And if you're not wide enough here, you can go ahead and do a little bit lengthening here and just make sure we roll it out. And as you can see here, it's not going to get any thinner because I have those guides there, and I like that a lot. Okay, we're going to go ahead and set this to the side. In most sugar cookie recipes, I cut them over here and I transfer them over to here. For this one, it loses its shape. So if you have a cookie dough that is nice and firm, it won't lose its shape. You can go ahead and cut it here on your surface where you rolled it out. For this one, I'm going to go ahead and transfer the whole dough over to the cookie sheet and do my cutting here. I'm going to go ahead and use a pastry brush to wipe off the extra flour because this dough is super, super sticky. And I'm going to make sure I don't get all of this flour on there. It makes a tough cookie. Let's go ahead and take our cookie cutter. Next, of course, it's Mickey. We'll go ahead and get Mickey a little floured up here just so it doesn't stick. And I like to edge it as close as you can to the end of the dough, just in case I could get two off of here. Go ahead and stick it down here, lift it up. Sometimes you'll have to push it down gently with your finger. And since I have nails, I have to use the back side of my fingernail. And I can get two out of this. Go ahead and squish it down. And now that I have two out of them, I'm going to go ahead and take out the excess dough. There we go. Set you to the side. And since I still have this cookie in this cookie cutter, I'm going to move it a little bit over because it will expand while I have it in there so it keeps its shape. Remove the excess cookie dough off the side here. Again, if you had a cookie dough that was more sturdy, this would be a lot easier. Go ahead and release your ear, Mickey. There we go. I think that looks super cute. And the next part to make a Mickey donut cookie is we have to make the hole in the donut, right? We can't have a donut cookie without the hole. To make the hole, I'm using this extra large round tip. This is the same tip I used in my Sunday cupcakes, and I will list the brand again and the number on it. And we'll go ahead and make sure you have the tip nice and floured, but not too much. You don't want to put extra flour on your cookie that you just took the flour off of, but you don't want it to stick either. Go ahead and center this tip in the middle of this cookie as close as you can and press down. Do a little twist, not a whole lot because you don't want to move the cookie. And there you go. And I stick my pinky in there and push it out the other side. And the other side of this tip works perfectly for the ears. And we'll go ahead and make sure it is floured and center that there. And there you go. Take that out. Oh my goodness, they turned out so cute so far. I'm gonna go ahead and stick these in my preheated oven. I have preheated it to 350 degrees. And for this size of cookie and this thickness, they take about 12 minutes. See you in a second. Okay, our Mickey donut cookies are out of the oven and they're cooling off. Some are already cooled off and these are the last two still cooling off. So we'll leave them on the cooling rack until they're completely at room temperature. Next we have to make the donut glaze for our Mickey donut cookies. And here I have two bowls with each with 1 cup. There's no real measurements here, guys. Each one has about a cup of powdered sugar, probably a little bit more than a cup of powdered sugar. And I'm gonna go ahead and add some cocoa to one of them to make the chocolate or the brown glaze for the donut. And to do that, I'm just gonna go ahead and use a little tiny sifter here and just add a tablespoon to this. And just gently sift it in there. We don't want lumps in our powdered sugar or our cocoa because that will become lumps in our glaze for our donuts. Go ahead and sift that in there. Let's go ahead and sift those two together now. I filled this a little full. Let's go ahead and add a little bit of water. You could use any liquid you want, guys. I'm just using water today just to make a glaze. Watch this powdered sugar reduce in its size. We want to make sure we get this the right consistency. We don't want it too runny that it just runs off the cookie, but we want to be able to spread it around freely. Go ahead and work on the white. And for the white frosting, I'm just adding water to powdered sugar. No flavoring, just sweetness. I think I have them both at the right consistency. Now let's go ahead and start decorating our cookies. Okay, I think I have my icing thick enough now. I have it in this decorator's bag with a number 5 round tip on it. And I believe the right method is just to put a nice little thin circle around and then coax it over with a toothpick. Let's go ahead and try that. I think it's turning out cute. Coax it over a little bit where you need it to be wider in certain areas. Again, there's no right or wrong way to do this. It's just supposed to look like some frosting or icing's just haphazardly put on there. And in this case, it is haphazardly put on there. Here we go. Super cute. And before it dries, you want to put some little tiny sprinkles on there. Go ahead and do that. Super cute. This icing has to be pretty thick, guys. I tried a few off camera and they were running all over the place. There we go. There we go. So cute, so cute. Okay, let's go ahead and do the white ones. And this consistency of this icing should almost be as thick as glue. Go ahead, and I have some of my white icing here with a number 5 tip again. Let's go ahead and put the white icing on our Mickey donut cookie. And we're just gonna do it free-spirited. Like it's just pour it on there haphazardly. There we go. Do it around the ears. A little smaller every area, so it's a little bit more difficult. There we go. And now for the sprinkles, yum! I should have had a bigger bowl to catch all these. There we go. I think she turned out so cute. What do you guys think? If you guys are new to my channel, thank you so much for joining this craziness. It really means the world to me, it really does. If you're a returning subscriber or watching another one of my videos, thank you so much. Thank you everyone who's watching this video. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up. If you want to be notified every time I upload a video, hit that bell. It is called the notifications bell, and it will send you an email as a reminder. Don't want to miss any of this wacky fun, right? Our Mickey donut cookies. Our Copycat from my last trip to Disneyland a couple weeks ago with my daughter Morgan and her son Chase, my oldest grandchild. So cute, another Mickey donut cookie down. Just as I'm getting it down, I'm on my last cookie. I'll be ready to rock and roll next time I make these. Little trial and error. Again, the icing should be just as thick as glue. I was thinking it was gonna be a lot thinner. There we go, she looks cute. So cute. I'm having an amazing day with you guys. I hope you are as well. Until next time, make it a great day.